Thank you very much. Lou Shapiro is a certified criminal law specialist. Lou, as you know, the state is seeking $370 million in damages from Trump. Trump's courtroom tirade today lasting less than 6 minutes, saying his documents were perfect and the case is a witch hunt. He's already been found liable for fraud, so did he help or hurt his case today?
I think he sees the situation as one that cannot get any worse for him, and he does not see a great outcome coming from the judge. So he's basically going to go down fighting on this one. And at the very least, he's going to make his case to the American people. He's thinking more about an election about 10 months away from now, not so much the verdict on this one, which if it does not go his way, he definitely has the appeal process that I'm sure he will exhaust.
Lou, you know the old saying, a man who has testifies on behalf of himself has a fool for a lawyer. That is the old saying. That being said, do you think he had adequate representation? And if he did, then why did he want to testify?
Sometimes as attorneys, we tell our clients, we know what we're doing, we have the case prepared, you've hired us to argue on your behalf, but they can't help themselves. And even though we don't know Donald Trump personally, I think it's, suffice to say that he's probably one of those clients that you have a little difficulty following marching orders. And, given the attention that's put on this trial, and again, that it is an election year, he's probably going to take every opportunity to make his point.
So that being said, what happens if he does the same thing in his situation in Washington, D.C., where he is being charged in connection with the January 6th insurrection?
So keep in mind, this was a state court proceeding. The D.C. case is a federal court proceeding, and state and federal courts are very different. Federal court judges do not let a defendant just speak if they want to, or even consider it the attorney speak. The rules are much more strict. Any antics or name calling or things like that went on in this trial would never go on or be allowed in a federal trial. So we don't have to expect that to happen there.
Lou, Donald Trump is looking at what is called the corporate death penalty in New York. He has built his career on being a successful businessman. Win or lose, is that image now damaged?
It depends who you ask. I think the people that were against Donald Trump were against him no matter what. And the people that are for him see this as a witch hunt and a politically motivated civil prosecution, if you will. So I don't think it does any harm or good to the people that are for or against him. I think if anything, though, it does charge up his base in the fact that this is an election year and there's all the other cases that are mounting around him.
Trump's lawyers want to make a lot out of Michael Cohen, his former fixer testifying against him. Michael Cohen, an admitted liar, but does it matter when there's no jury involved, just a judge?
So a judge generally will have a pretty good understanding and the ability to evaluate a witness, maybe even much more so than a jury, because judges are trained. They've heard witness testimony their whole careers. Even before they're judges, they're lawyers. So sometimes they're in the best position to make that calls. And in this case, if Cohen is someone that has a former record, a judge probably would be able to better overlook that record and judge Cohen in that moment, the testimony itself, rather than getting caught up in the person's past.
In a civil fraud trial, does the testimony of someone like Michael Cohen matter more than the documents and the paper trail that is left behind?
So that is a decision that really is up to the fact finder. The judge has to make that determination based on how Cohen comes across. If he comes across as being biased and having an agenda against Trump, then the documents will carry much greater weight in his eyes.
Certified criminal law specialist Lou Shapiro. Lou, as always, thanks for being with us tonight.
Oh, it was good to be with you.
You got it.